A Dutch MEP has admitted that Brussels is struggling under enormous economic pressure as fears of a no-deal Brexit takes its toll of the European Union, amid an ongoing deadlock over a trade deal. The European Union faces an enormous economic pressure, amid growing concern in Brussels over the prospect of a no-deal Brexit, according to a leading Dutch MEP. Kadi Piri serves on the UK Coordination Group in the European Parliament and told Channel 4 News that so many businesses and citizens across the EU are fearful of a Brexit negotiation collapse. This comes amid a bombshell compromise from the EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier, who signalled that he is ready to drop the EU's most contentious red line. During his press conference on Friday, the bloc's negotiator refused to publicly back the EU's demand that the UK incorporate Brussels' state aid rules into its own laws. The move was immediately welcomed in Downing Street after another week of deadlocked negotiations over a future trade and security deal. Last month the UK's chief negotiator, David Frost, wrote to Mr Barnier arguing that the state aid demands were not a provision any democratic country could sign. Speaking to Matt Fry, Ms Piri said, "We are at a total stalemate, and we are halfway through the transition period. Even after 4 negotiation rounds, no progress has been made in these talks." Fry questioned whether the EU was getting used to the idea of a no-deal Brexit. She responded, "If we want to be realistic, we have to prepare for that. The time pressure is there from the British side because they don't want to ask for an extension. That leaves us with a very hard deadline of mid-October and we are not sure whether, given the way the talks are going now, we will reach an agreement." The Dutch MEP went on to admit that Brussels is feeling the strain, after the coronavirus lockdown unleashed an economic disaster across the bloc. She said, "Every country inside the EU is now under enormous health crisis and economic crisis. Let's be honest, this crisis will have to be paid for and we will feel it economically.